Namaste. I'm Sandeep. I'm a student of Guru Swamiji. I've been a student of Guruji for the past 9 years, no, 8 years, right? Yeah, for the past 8 years. It's been such a long time um, having connected with her. I found her when I was in the US doing for my studying for my masters and planning for my doctorate in engineering. Um, I was always intensely spiritual. There was a lot of spiritual seeking for me. I was doing yoga. I was meditating. I was reading all these spiritual books from different traditions, this Shaivite traditions, and even used to be doing a spiritual practice from another spiritual organization. And then. But then there was still this searching that never, that was just that just kept on going, and I was watching all these YouTube videos by all these YouTube gurus as well, and but then I was told that within one particular time frame I would meet someone who would be a great light in my life. I would meet a great guru, and then I was expecting to meet this YouTube guru at that whom I was following at that time. And I remember watching Guruji's video at that time and thinking, oh, look at her video. Her videos are very plain. It's very simple. There's no music. What's going on? And then, whereas the YouTube Guru's videos were all like, all music and all of that. A lot of video editing had been done. So yeah, I was thinking along those lines. But then, during this time frame, I had this interesting dream, and then a lot of synchronicity happened, and eventually I ended up with Guruji's website. And the moment I stepped into the website, you could feel this intense energy coming from the website, and I just continued and joined the Yahoo group that was there. And then I remember one of the first things when I was introducing myself, and there in that Yahoo group, was telling I was doing this, I was doing that, and a lot of practices. I was doing all these meditations, doing all these yogas, reading all these books and all that. And then Guruji just straight up tells me that you are following willy-nilly here. You are like a leaf blown in the wind. So, and she was right. And I was just searching, but I was not doing the work at all. And then she shared a set of practices that was very helpful in grounding. And then she gave clear guidance as to many things. And then over the years, I had the fortune of meeting her on multiple occasions. There used to be meditation retreats before, so I had the fortune of attending a couple of those meditation retreats, and they were really deep, and those were really helpful. She would give satsangs during that time. She also used to do energy work during that time upon us. We were all really fortunate to do that. And eventually, at one of those meditation retreats, my Kundalini really awoke. Before, I was having all these energetic experiences, this little bit of kriyas here and there when I was doing yoga, whenever I was doing meditation. These energetic pulses through the body where my body would react on its own. And I didn't know what was going on then. But then after continuing with Guruji, you really understand that what Kundalini really is. It's really like this consciousness that is turned within itself. And when it does, it is kind of releasing all these energies, releasing all the drab that has been caught up within your own consciousness, and you're forced to confront it, accept it, and relax into it, and just let go of it eventually in a very detached manner. But yeah, you have no doubt that what Kundalini is and what Kundalini shouldn't be. So you understand that you don't fight with the Kundalini. You work, kind of put yourself out of the way for Kundalini to get its job done. Then doing all the practices, the transmission from the videos, even that also really helps. And so you feel the strong transmission. And having had the fortune of meeting her. I remember the first time I met her, there was this incredible stilling of my consciousness. Like, I couldn't think. So the stilling of this consciousness happened, and they say I think it's Ramana. Even I didn't know who Ramana was until I met Guruji, and she would point out all these great teachers. And I met her really young, to be honest. I didn't know who Ramana was. I didn't know who. I probably knew Yogananda, but I didn't know Nisargadatta or anyone like that. And she really clarified what the great masters were saying. She really helped in understanding that it's about surrendering the ego. Um, it's You really need to put in the work. You can't just claim that you are you are that and just give it all up, or don't be. You are already Brahman, and just chill out. So it's more like you have to put in the work. You have to really surrender your ego, and that's what it's all about, and how it's actually really a path within consciousness. And that really didn't make much. I didn't really understand. I didn't really know the value of what I was getting from Guruji and this path until I met other spiritual seekers, until I met other confused seekers, like in the law of attraction types, or the yogis who are just setting up an intention, that kind of a thing. But I used to be there, so I know where they were coming from. And the thing is that once you meet a real guru, you understand what real spiritual path is about. There is just no going back, no matter how strong the other person appears. There's complete disillusionment with powers. I used to be that, I wanted to be probably something like that. I was looking into all of that kind of thing, even for my scientific mind. And that was the best part, actually. Having had such a scientific mind, such a scientific training, even to come to a point of understanding, Guruji really helped in that, because I was having a difficulty in understanding religion from a young age. But when you understand it as path and consciousness, internalized consciousness, she really helped in that. Like, in the sense that I could ask any questions, she gave the best logical answers to it. That's the best one I could find ever. And still she continues to do that. It's almost as if you have if Ramana Maharshi was on YouTube, and you could ask, you had a personal Ramana to you, who would answer your own questions. It's as fortunate as that. I've been really fortunate with that part. And really I've seen and yeah, the best part was also even the community of students was also been incredibly helpful. We understand what Kundalini path is about. We understand even to have just a group of normal people who are just experiencing Kundalini movements, and not being called crazy, or going on a high end saying that I'm God, so we are gods, or whatever. Nothing like that. Nothing crazy going on. Completely grounded, very balanced sense of community going on. It's been very fortunate. And over the years, yeah, I've seen the path change. I've seen a lot of change. But it's been having stick through it all. Now I see the diamond in the rough. It's been I've been seeing that for a long time. Personally, I've been having that experiences for a long time, and once you have that experiences for yourself, it's as if you don't need to read books to verify that. And in fact, that was one of the big things. I was such a studious kind of a person that I asked her, like, I thought we were supposed to read all these Vedas and all these books and stuff, and then coming from India, of course, and she would say that, but you are reading someone else's experience, but what about your own experience? And that was true. So, like, I wasn't putting in the work, I wasn't meditating, I was just reading others' works and that wasn't helping in my own spiritual growth, um, or in making progress really. So yeah, that's really you value of the path is when you really see the pointlessness of ego and pointlessness of all the suffering you bring into your life. I'm not claiming I'm completely free of that, but even seeing the pointlessness of all the mind stuff, even that is really helpful. And yeah, just trusting in the process is really, really great. Knowing that there is really nothing to fear, you're just moving ahead along the way. Just and having the guru to even help you out in any way she can. She's always available. She has always been available. Even in the past when I had some very, very difficult personal problems, she threw a lot of light and she gave me some clear guidance on that matter, and that has been really, really helpful for me over the long term. I really see where how confused I was, and I would have been how lost I would have been at that point in time. I've been really fortunate with regard to that, and really it's more like if you had Ramana Maharshi on Facebook, how would you react? That's literally how I see it. How lucky I think I am. So you know, you, she's that accessible, and she's been incredibly patient for sure with me and even with all the students. But really, thank you, Guruji, for this opportunity. Even to share the experience. Hopefully, others see light in what I'm saying, and may all be led to the light. So, the prayer may I end this.